This is Mac OS Ken.
Mr. Munster makes his case for Apple, positive numbers for Mac growth, and SellCell polls a paradoxical people. It's Friday, the 14th of May, 2021. I'm Ken Ray, and this is news from Mac OS Ken, brought to you by yours truly and sponsored by Upstart. Fair and fast personal loans. Learn more and check your rate at upstart.com/macOSKen. This show is also sponsored by Ladder, smart, dynamic term life insurance. You probably keep a spare tire in your car. Maybe you've got emergency roadside assistance. You may have both for the whole time you have your car and never need either. And that would be great. Having such things still offers peace of mind. Now multiply that by caring for your loved ones. Probably nothing's going to happen to you. You will probably be able to take care of everything. But that's why people get life insurance, to make sure their loved ones are cared for should something go wrong. Ladder makes it impressively fast and easy to get covered. You just need a few minutes and a phone or a laptop to apply. Ladder's smart algorithms work in real time, so you'll find out instantly if you're approved and how much various levels of coverage will cost. There are no hidden fees, and you can cancel at any time. Learning more takes less time than you'll spend listening to today's show. So check out Ladder today to see if you're instantly approved. Go to ladderlife.com/macOSKen. That's LADDER, ladderlife.com/macOSKen, ladderlife.com/macOSKen. Who's wrong about Apple performance going forward? Everybody but Gene Munster's Loop Ventures, says a post from, Gene Munster's Loop Ventures. Where folks like Tony Sacconaghi and Rod Hull seem eternally pessimistic on Apple, Munster seems eternally optimistic. Perhaps his stuff should be taken with the same grain of salt as the other two. Either way, here's what he has to say. His expectations are mostly in line with his Wall Street counterparts for fiscal year 2021. He sees greater growth for various categories for fiscal year 2022 and 2023 than do his counterparts. For the next 2 years, he sees growth for iPhone of 5% and 4%, while the Street sees growth of 2% and 1% respectively. He sees growth for Mac and iPad over the next 2 fiscal years, while the Street sees little growth for the Mac and deceleration for iPad. On that disparity, he writes, "We believe the recent growth rates of Mac and iPad are more sustainable than consensus is modeling. We think analysts are underestimating the power of the work and learn from anywhere tailwind for the personal computer and tablet market. We believe this transformation will take longer than most expect to play out, and will continue to benefit the iPad and Mac product lines for the next 3 years plus as employees, students, and organizations settle into the new hybrid paradigm." While both Munster and the Street see growth for wearables, home, and accessories for the next 2 fiscal years, Munster sees that growth accelerating in 2023, while the Street sees it slowing down. Quoting his thoughts on that difference, post-pandemic, wearables will undoubtedly benefit from physical retail stores reopening. Apple noted in its recent earnings call that products like Apple Watch and Apple Care have been negatively impacted by the shift to online shopping, as both products normally benefit from the in-person shopping experience in Apple stores. Munster and the Street team also see growth for services for the next 2 fiscal years. While both see growth slowing in fiscal year 2023, Munster's prediction is more optimistic than consensus. Then there is the new stuff, things Munster expects Apple to do or introduce. These include a hardware subscription bundle, mixed reality, augmented reality devices, with a first look at that this summer. And something in transportation, though what and when are mysteries to Mr. Munster. Finally, here is what could wreck all of this in Munster's own estimation. We could be overestimating the sustainability of the accelerating digital transformation, writes Munster. Said another way, says he, the digital transformation that has unfolded over the past 12 months could be more of a pull forward than a sustained step up. The potential for App Store regulation is a wild card in his estimation, and the new business he's expecting from Apple, the hardware subscriptions, the mixed reality stuff, and Apple hitting the highway, that could all take longer than he's expecting. If Loop Ventures' Mr. Munster is right, the tough compares for Apple hardware won't be that tough. Worth noting, though, his thoughts are outside the norm, hence his whole "as I see it" missive. For the rest, you can't blame their skepticism, especially when you hear numbers like the latest from Strategy Analytics. Mac Rumors has the industry tracker indicating that shipments of Apple laptops were up 94% in the first quarter of this year. The 5.7 million notebooks Apple's thought to have shipped put it in fourth place globally. That's behind third place Dell with its 10 million units shipped, second place HP with its 15.4 million units, and first place Lenovo with an estimated 16.3 million units moved. Globally, Strategy Analytics estimates Apple's share of the laptop market hit 8.4% last quarter. Interestingly, Mac Rumors seems to be in Camp Munster, though for a different reason. While our man Munster thinks Mac sales will keep rising due to work from home, school at home, live and la vida hybrid, Mac Rumors suggests that the continued transition to Apple Silicon will continue growth for Mac sales. While a global 94% rise in Apple laptops sounds great, what happened in India last quarter sounds staggering. Mac Daily News ran new numbers from IDC that show Mac sales on the subcontinent surged 335% for the March quarter versus the same quarter a year earlier. Sales were also up 45% from the December quarter to the March quarter. Want to be glass half empty or glass half full? On the half empty side, Apple's share of the Indian market has been next to nil, as Mac Daily News points out. Going half full, Apple's 335% rise looks stellar against growth for the whole Indian PC market, which was up about 73%. Also on the half-full front, there's a lot more room for Apple growth, which analysts and investors tend to like to see. Apple fans are a paradoxical people. Apple Insider highlights a couple of findings from a survey run by used tech buyer and seller SellCell. According to that, respondents don't want to be tracked and do plan to buy AirTag. They're a paradoxical people. I'm not making fun, by the way, though I wasn't part of the survey. I am right there with all of them. The tracking respondents are against is the tracking controlled by app tracking transparency. That's the feature that makes apps ask for permission before tracking user activity across other applications. According to the report, a total of 73% of respondents in the SellCell survey said they agree with Apple's privacy changes, compared to 18% who oppose it and 9% who weren't sure. With that many people for it, it's not terribly surprising that app tracking transparency was the favorite feature of iOS 14.5 for the largest percentage of users. 36% of respondents named ATT as their favorite 14.5 feature, followed by the ability to unlock Face ID with a masked face and an Apple Watch, 23% there. Crowdsourced data in Apple Maps was third, with 13% of respondents calling that the best. While 73% of respondents like the anti-tracking controls represented by ATT, 61% plan to buy AirTag, Apple's device tracker. One could say that shows the faith customers have in Apple's ability to protect their privacy. One could also say it's funny. Both can be true. More news in a moment, but first a word from Upstart. Fair and fast personal loans. At Upstart, you're more than just your credit score. Upstart looks at the bigger picture, taking into account other factors like your employment history and your income. The way they work lets Upstart offer smarter rates with trusted partners so you can pay off credit cards, consolidate high-interest debt, or fund personal expenses. Checking your rate doesn't impact your credit score. With a 5-minute online rate check, you can see your rate up front for loans between $1,000 to $50,000, and you can receive funds as fast as one business day after accepting your loan. Find out how Upstart can lower your monthly payments today when you go to upstart.com/macOSKen. UPSTART. That's upstart.com/macOSKen. Don't forget to use my URL to let them know that I sent you. Loan amounts will be determined based on your credit, income, and certain other information provided in your loan application. Go to upstart.com/macOSKen. A 7-year-old suit over a 10-year-old Mac has been settled. Apple Insider says anyone who purchased a 2011 MacBook Pro in Quebec can apply for a $175 Canadian settlement and request refunds for any repair services. We set the Wayback Machine for 2014 when Apple was sued over graphics issues that would affect the laptop. According to a report when the suit was filed, some users complained for years that they had experienced graphical distortions and system crashes. Now, even more years later, Canadian courts have finally settled on a settlement. Citing a report from PC Mag, Apple Insider says those affected can apply for a $175 settlement. People affected include anyone who purchased a 2011 version of the 15-inch MacBook Pro or 17-inch MacBook Pro in Quebec, or own one of those models and currently reside in Quebec. More information is available at laptopgraphicsclassaction.com. We'll wrap the day with news of Apple TV Plus, starting with a returning star. The Hollywood Reporter says Cherry Jones is headed back to the Cupertino streamer for 5 days at Memorial. According to the piece, the series is based on a book by Pulitzer Prize winner Sherry Fink about the days immediately after Hurricane Katrina struck New Orleans in 2005. The report says Jones will play Susan Muldrick, a hospital nursing director and head of the Emergency Preparedness Committee. She becomes the designated incident commander in the wake of Katrina. I said Jones was a returning star. In addition to roles in such productions as Hulu's The Handmaid's Tale and Amazon's Transparent, she played defense attorney Joanna Klein in the Apple TV Plus limited series Defending Jacob. A correction to a story I brought you yesterday. On Thursday, I said that Apple had dropped a trailer for the second season of the sitcom Trying just 2 days before that season's premiere. Yeah, I forgot about a story from last month that had the premiere date shifting by a week. The second season had originally been slated for Friday the 14th of May. Last month, Apple quietly pushed that forward 1 week. Mac Rumors reminded me that Trying Season 2 actually hits Apple TV Plus on Friday, the 21st of May. Sorry about that. You can, of course, still catch that trailer on YouTube. And finally today, news of another Season 2 trailer for another show that is not starting today. Another piece from Mac Rumors says the Cupertino streamer has hit with a second season trailer for Home Before Dark. If you missed the first season, the piece says Home Before Dark is based on the true story of child journalist Hildy Lysiak. It follows Hildy, a 9-year-old girl who moves back to the small town her father is from. While there, she uncovers a murder case everyone in the town had tried to bury and pursues the truth of what happened. The piece goes on to talk about Season 2, which I will not because, spoilers, if you want a sneak peek, you can catch the trailer on YouTube. The second season of Home Before Dark is set to premiere on Friday, the 11th of June. Anyway, I think that's what I heard. Coming up in a few minutes, an app he loves, a Toy Story, his favorite comedian. Rob Walsh spins the wheel of stuff, plus a bonus question. The show is called In a Few Minutes. Find it and listen wherever you find and listen to podcasts. macOS Ken, brought to you by me and sponsored by Ladder. Smart, dynamic term life insurance. Learn more at ladderlife.com/macOSKen. This show is also sponsored by Upstart. Fair and fast personal loans. Learn more and check your rate at upstart.com/macOSKen. Advertising handled by Backbeat Media. Online at backbeatmedia.com. You can reach me a couple of ways. info@macosken.com or call 716-780-4080. Until next time, that is news from macOS Ken. I'm Ken Ray.
Ciao.